I guess like maybe next week I would decide like we meet a third, like another class, an additional class, okay, during the week because I still have some issues with many students here about the critical thinking questions, okay, the evidence questions, the command of evidence, the textual details, completing the text, okay, I still have some problems with these, okay, and that would never be solved without working a lot on such types of questions, okay. Let us start with the first question here, and that was part of your quiz during class last time, okay. The first question here is which finding, if true, which finding, if true, and that, but by the way, this is one of the most challenging, most of you did it wrong. Which finding, if true, would most directly weaken the underlying claim? So we have got here weaken, not only support, but weaken the underlying claim. The underlying claim. What is the underlying claim here? Look at this one. This suggests that the notches, like signs, were all made at one time by one individual as a means of counting something, okay? That was the underlying part, okay? And we need a finding. If true, would directly what? Weaken. As we said many times, okay, let us break down. The first breakdown I'm going to do is this one. In the 1970s, a roughly 60,000-year-old piece of hyena bone marked with 9 notches was discovered at a site in western France once inhabited by Neanderthal. You still remember Neanderthals, right? You know, like those people who used to live, extinct people who used to live in the Ice Age in Europe. You still remember that. So that was the issue. That was the issue. And that's the first part of the breakdown. The second part, so you got this one now? You got this one now? That was what? Roughly 60,000 years old piece of hyena bone. Okay? طيب. Then, what else? What else? Let us go through, Ya Osama. Let us go through the other part, which is, although many believe that only modern humans develop systems for notating numbers, okay? Although many believe that only modern humans are the only ones who can notate, or develop numbers or use numbers, okay? One archaeologist, Zahar Wahed, the archaeologist, asserts that, believes or assumes that this artifact, and let us see, what is the artifact here? What is the artifact here, يا شباب? The artifact, التحفة دي حضراتكم هي بقى ايه؟ الhyena bone. He said, in this artifact may be a sign that Neanderthals also recorded numerical information. You got the point? طيب. And then what else? The notches, the signs on the bone, there was some signs or notches on the bone, are unevenly spaced, but approximately parallel. They were parallel, which is something, يا عائشة, which is very strange. يعني تلاقوا bone للhyena bone, and that bone was what? Was unevenly spaced, but approximately parallel. في notches, parallel notches. And microscopic analysis, and microscopic analysis revealed that they were made with a single stone tool. And there were some analysis, and that analysis was just microscopic, so it was modern. And it says it revealed that they were made with a single stone tool. What else? Then let us go here to this one. According to the archaeologist, this suggests that the notches on the bone were made at one time by one individual as means of counting numbers. Okay, so this is what the archaeologist hypothesis. This is the archaeologist revelation. قال ايه يا شباب؟ إني the notches were all made at one time, remember, by one individual as means of counting something. If we want to find a finding, and that finding, if true, would most directly weaken the underlying claim, what could weaken the underlying claim? Remember, not only this, but we need to bear in mind what we have read here and what we have read here. And I'm going to go through the answer choices, or what do you think if I went for D for the sake of time? What do you think of this one? Who's going to read D? Maybe. Yalla Salim, would you start? Decorative?
Decorative art discovered at another Neanderthal site in western France primarily features of unevenly spaced parallel lines.
Okay.
I agree.
Do you like it? Is it,
Yes.
does it weaken this one? Look at this one. Here he
Yes.
said what? The archaeologist, he said the notches were all made at one time. And here, if it is true, if that finding is true, it would weaken his what? His whatever revelation or his what? Assumption. Liba, it would just weaken it because if it is a decorative art, it means what? It was sort of what? It was sort of art and it was common. You understand what I mean? It was common rather than if it is found in another site. So it was decorative art, and that would suggest that the hyena bone is probably decorative art as well, not accounting tool, not accounting what tool, and not what and not done or whatever. Or the notches were made by what one time by one person. It was a decorative what art, and that would weaken his assumption here at the underlying part. You understand? Clear or not clear? Tell me يا شباب. If it is not clear, please tell me. Okay, حلو قوي. So it was a decorative art. Like everybody knows يا حمد about it. You understand? It wasn't done at one time by one individual or by one person. Then we come to this one. The Rock and the Sea is an 1893 poem by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. In the poem, here, this is what I care about. This is what I care about. And this is what you need to do, ya Karim. In the poem, a rock is portrayed as intending to confront and restrain the sea. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. So there is a kind of what? Is a kind of what sort of confrontation. Confrontation, مواجهة, between what? Between the sea versus what? The rock. Between Liverpool versus Real Madrid. اداكم امبارح. طيب, the point is a rock is portrayed as intending to confront and restrain the sea. Restrain means what? Put an end to the what? To the whatever the waves of the sea or whatever the sea might beget. You got the point? So there is a kind of what? Confrontation. Where is the confrontation? Look at D, ya shabab. Look at D, and I want people also to look at the other parts. A, B, C. I am a rock. So here the rock. Presumptuous sea. أيها البحر المغرور. Okay, so presumptuous means what, ya Mr. Arrogant. Presumptuous means what? حد showy, شايف نفسه قوي. فقال له I am the rock. Presumptuous sea. I am set to encounter thee, to confront, to face thee, or you, right? Angry and loud, or gentle and still. I can confront you in any case, whether you are angry, whether you are loud, whether you are gentle, whether you are still and quiet. I am set here to limit, and limit here means what? Restrain, to limit your power, thy power, and I would definitely do. And I think that's what a literal reflection of what is there here in the text. You understand? Clear or not clear? Clear or not clear? تمام. حلو قوي. حلو قوي يا عبد الله. طيب يا ياسر. طبعا if you look يعني here I am the rock, that could be a good beginning, but here I am the sea, that's completely wrong because it's the confrontation. A rock is what is intending to confront the what? The sea, not the opposite. You understand what I mean? And even if you read through, you will never find any kind of what? Confrontation or challenge or anything. Then let's go to question number what? Question number 3. And question